Mayor, we're going to go.
Good evening, and welcome to the September 25th Board of Aldermen meeting. I'm going to call this meeting to order and would ask everyone to rise and join me.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I would ask the city clerk to call the roll, please.
Alderman Allen? Here. Alderman Even? Here. Alderman Murphy?
Here.
Alderman Schwer?
Here.
And Alderman Wiesenhand.
Here.
I have Alderman Francisco, Alderman Hughes, and Alderman Kinsella as absent. Mayor Reem is presiding, and we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Next, we'll talk about the minutes from the September 11th meeting. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So
Thank you. Any discussion or amendment to those minutes? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. Yes, the city clerk, is there anyone from the public that's got a form to speak?
No, sir.
Thank you. Appointments, I seek the board support to make the following chairman appointments. Alderman Francisco to the Public Works Commission and Alderman Murphy to the Parks and Trails Commission. Is there a motion and second to approve? So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Carries unanimously. Thank you. I would recognize the commission chairman, board's opportunity to provide any reports if they so wish. Thank you. And the city administrator, give a report.
No report.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to unfinished business. Number one is bill number 23-41, sponsored by Alderman Even and Wiesenhand. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2341 is an ordinance approving a conditional use and authorizing a conditional use permit for outside dining for the development known as Blacksmith Road, located at 13360 Clayton Road in the city of Town and Country.
Alderman Wiesenhand.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to motion to move this to October 9th and continue until then.
Any discussion about that?
Is there a second on that continuance?
Second.
Any discussion? We need a roll call for that.
Just a voice vote is fine. All in favor.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any objected? Okay, then that will be continued to the meeting of October 2023. Thank you. Next, bill number 23-42. Board as a whole sponsors without objection. Will the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2342 is an ordinance establishing the annual rate of tax levy for the year 2023 on property located within the boundaries of the city of Town and Country, St. Louis County, Missouri, providing for the extension of said taxes on the books of the county collector by the county clerk, and providing for the collection as provided by law.
Thank you very much. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or amendment? I'd ask the city clerk for a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Schwer?
Aye.
Alderman Allen?
Aye.
Alderman Wiesenhand?
Aye.
Alderman Murphy?
Aye.
And Alderman Eden.
Aye.
It carries unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4587.
Thank you. Moving on to new business, bill number 23-43, sponsored with bill essentially the board as a whole without objection. Will the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2343 is an ordinance accepting the bid and authorizing an agreement with Gamma Tree Experts for 2024 on-call tree trimming and removal services.
Thank you. Bill number 23-43 is continued to the meeting of Monday, October 9, 2023, for the second reading and consideration. Next is resolution number R14-2023. It's a resolution of the Board of Aldermen approving the use of temporary lights for a football game on Friday, September 29, 2023, at the Principia located at 13201 Clayton Road. I seek a motion and second.
Second.
Thank you. And Alderman Louisiana.
Thank you. I just had a quick question. Is this a,
Could you come up to the podium, please?
are you anticipating this to be an ongoing request for the lights, or is this a one-time?
This is a one-time request. It's our homecoming game, and we have a lot of alumni coming in town. And the field we usually play on at night, off away from the neighborhood, has some turf issues, and we can't use that. So we want to be able to have our homecoming game this one time on the regular football field.
Okay.
May I get your name?
Mary Sorrells.
Thank you.
Do you need me to spell it?
Got it. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, bill number 23-44, sponsored by the board as a whole, without objection from the city clerk, read the bill for the first time.
Bill number 2344 is an ordinance authorizing a professional services agreement with Oates Associates for pre-planning services related to the Conway Road and Mason Road sidewalk improvement projects.
Thank you. Bill number 23-43 is continued to the meeting on Monday, October 9, 2023, for the second reading and consideration. The warrant list is in the amount of $203,770.13. Seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or amendment relative to the warrant list? Alderman Allen.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Shelton, can you clarify the HR Green Engineering? You identified this in your Friday summary, that this is a stormwater project?
Mr. Zeltman is the HR Green.
This is an application for a grant from Missouri DNR. HR Green did the application for us. And it is 2 locations, which are stormwater projects.
So, right, it's looking for a match for stormwater.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Alderman Murphy.
Yes, just a couple of questions, Mr. Shelton. I noticed there's a pre-employment testing at Total Access. Have we ever considered going directly to a lab as opposed to a clinic?
Yeah, I did speak with Mr. Dolly, and the cost has been fixed at Total Access. It is a town and country business, and we have a wonderful working relationship. We can call, we know, we have the orders, so the employee is not determining what this testing is, and then they immediately respond back to our HR department. So instead of working with a large entity, we do know exactly who's doing the testing and getting a direct report. So the savings in staff time is probably worth any minimal savings we may receive going to a larger lab.
And actually, I think it's a very good question, but I think also the fact that not just for lab things, but to have a relationship with them. If we have an employee who suddenly has a medical condition, the fact that we have that relationship with them and say, hey, this is town and country, that people send to our lab stuff, business employees have a total break or whatever, I think we could probably fast track that employee to be seen. So I think there's some other benefits, that kind of a relationship.
And one other question I have is really a point of clarification, as we communicated earlier. We had several refunds through escrow. If you can explain, that was like Bright Man, Liquid Assets Pools, Younger Men, and maybe one or two others.
3 of those on your warrant list for tonight happen to be new swimming pools. And so the ordinance stipulates that a resident or the builder has to deposit a escrow of $5,000. We inspect the street before the work begins, and then we inspect it afterward. If there's no damage, then that amount is refunded. And so you have those 3 refunds tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
There's an old adage about swimming pools.
What is that, sir?
The happiest day of the year is the day you open your pool in the spring. The second happiest day is the day you close it.
Kind of like the boat club as well.
All right, other business.
Can we take a voice vote on that?
On relative to the warrant list. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you for the clarification. Alderman Allen, under other business.
Thank you. I would just like to say it's really nice that we have 2344 to look at doing something, anything for the residents of Ward 4. Now, I recognize we do have street maintenance. They do fill cracks in their subdivision streets, but I started on the board in 2018, and people have talked. I think they've gotten tired of talking about it, actually. But the fact that we have almost no connectivity, organized connectivity, commitment for the city, for sidewalks and trails. Nothing's happened since 2018. I don't know that we have any. Do we have any official trails, Mr. Sheriff, that are city sponsored in Ward 4?
None that I'm aware of.
None that you're aware of. So it's really nice. Hopefully we move forward for some benefits to people in Ward 4 to be able to feel like people have actually said they felt like the ugly cousin because they couldn't walk to Ward 3 or Ward 1. So also question about the pavilion. Do we have insurance to redesign and for a new pavilion?
Absolutely. So we do have insurance. We have property insurance, and it will cover the cost of replacement as well as the cleanup for the fire damage. And then the defendants who started the fire will be in court and will also be held responsible for any deductible amount or whatever the judge decides to find out.
Thank you.
Alderman, thank you for this comments. Alderman Eva.
I just wanted to make a statement, and I already reached out to Captain Defoe about this, but on September 14th, I had an employee in my office who was heading eastbound toward Frontenac, where our office is. His car broke down just at Highway 40 and 131, and while he sat there and waited for someone to come and pick him up, he watched two police cars from another municipality pass by, and one of our officers was going westbound and came around and stopped to see if he could help and offered to wait with him until he got there. Even though it was just on the other side of the boundaries, I found it to be incredibly characteristic of the officers that we have here in our city. And so Sergeant Delson was the unnamed officer that Captain Defoe was able to find for us, but it just makes me happy to know that our officers go above and beyond to help those who have to be stranded on the highway, even though they're not in our district. So it's really nice.
Thank you.
So thank you, and thank you to Sergeant Delson as well.
I will say that the nicest thing about being mayor is getting to know the city staff and the police staff. We have the city staff that I think is second to none. I think they're stretched pretty thin. They never complain. and they go above and beyond, and I'll say the same for our police staff. It's been an honor to get into those folks, it absolutely has. Alderman Murphy.
Yes, speaking for Ward 4, we might have some ugly cousins, but we got some pretty good cousins, pretty good looking cousins there too. So, couple things, just kind of announcements really on a calendar level. We've got a night out coming up on October 3rd. Thank you to Officer Palmer and the public service group at Town and Country for volunteering to be participating. I think we have about 7 or 8 subdivisions that are going to have police or fire coming out and spend some time to them, get to know the people in the neighborhoods. Another one that I wanted to get out too is just a reminder of Fire and Ice coming up October 7th at Longview, 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's going to be a great event. We've got great music, food trucks galore, plenty, and we're actually introducing for the first time a raffle, collaborating with businesses in the city to share their merchandise and get their name out in public. I think we have about 14 contributions there. So hopefully everyone's certainly in the room and certainly everyone's through YouTube. We hope to see you on October 7th at Longview for Fire and Ice. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
It's a wonderful event, for sure. All right, I seek a motion to adjourn in a second.
So
Second. Any discussion?
do we have meetings under 16 minutes?
If we adjourn right now.
If we do. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have a great
Yes, we do.